Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How is everybody doing? Firstly, is everyone having a nice evening out there?
I believe that they're all having the best evening possible.
If they weren't, they are going to.
Oh,
in
yes.
A few minutes.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
That's very nice. How can you guarantee them a good time?
There'll be explosions, scrapings.
Scrapings?
Against the canyon.
I'm hoping for no explosions.
Full of action.
I didn't come along for explosions. I came along for lack of explosions. I came along for watching some intense levels flying skills.
We'll
That's
see.
what I came along for.
We will see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Will W-I-L-L-C. Who are you?
I'm Will. I'm a community manager here at Frontier Developments. Who are you?
I'm Ed, and I'm also a community manager.
No way.
Frontier Developments. We should be
No
friends. We should be friends. Just before we begin,
Come on.
I'm so startled by this. This is happening. We've got Starship Enterprise, we've got Zazelby, we've got Bugnogus, we've got MG, we've got Osric 42, Tyler Matheson, we've got Millstone Barn, Karumba, Jessica Sonic, Taz 101. All of the best ones. All of them are here.
I channeled that last week.
It's getting a little bit intense, isn't it? I need to kind of slow this down a little. But all of the best ones are here, and it's very true that all of the best ones have come along. Thank you so much for coming.
Yes, thank you, thank you. So last week
last week on
the
Elite Dangerous live stream.
Thank you. I was alone as you were away in the States.
People are starting to say it as that's right.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what
all
I'm
the
talking
best ones
about.
are here. So yes, I was alone. I decided that I would bring some streamers from our lovely Elite Dangerous community to come and play Elite Dangerous with me. We did some conflict zones with Bognogus, Psyche, and Filtor, part of the epic duo of Filtor and Wicked Lala. What happened last week was I got blown up a lot, and we had to take down 75 pirates. Or no, it was 75 enemy members of the faction. Anyway,
does not bode well for this week's live stream, which makes me very nervous.
I earned about $1 million. Sorry, they earned me about $1 million.
Wow.
Because we were in a wing mission. So this week, we are joined by Malik VR.
Oh.
Malik_VR.
Which we'll introduce in just a moment.
In just a moment.
He's waiting in the wings.
He's waiting in the wings.
He's getting geared up. He's getting his. I imagine he does this sort of a very film sort of cinematic.
Door opening, steam coming out.
VR headset and then it's like a silhouetted VR headset like on a plinth, and he grabs it and he goes.
Yeah.
And it's got the googly eyes
and
on
they're just wiggling.
and they light up. And then just wiggling. It's really dramatic until you see the wiggly eyes.
Yes, so Malik VR is joining us tonight. We're going to talk to him a bit about what he does. And
Excellent.
He's going to show us, he's going to give us a crash course on canyon racing.
One of the first things that we spotted Malik, speaking from experience from the last couple of years, one of the first few things that we found Malik doing on YouTube, and one of the things that got him immediately popular, and we'll ask him about this in a minute, was his canyon runs that he did, and just awesome flying skills and using VR in a really lovely way to make it feel really cinematic and really awesome. If you want to check out those videos, you should. Importantly though, you sort of started this series almost last week of these sort of streamer spotlights. Yes. The idea being that in between the times that we've got the Q&As, in between the times that we've got the updates about beyond what's coming next, in between the times we've got like the things where hopefully we're going to get deep dives into how Elite Dangerous is made, we also want to showcase our wonderful community. And today is very much, and this series, which Will has come up with, is very much about that. So if you're a streamer and you would like to be showcased on Streamer Showcase, one of our live streams, and come on and be interviewed by Will or us or Will and Bo or Will and Adette, who knows who's going to be on it, get in touch, community at frontier.co.uk. And also, we probably know you already, don't we? Let's be honest. So just get in touch on Discord, get in touch on Skype, send me a message, call me up, come round to my house, knock on my door, have a tea with me, please. Yeah. Come on, sit on the sofa. Yeah. I'll make you a pizza.
You like making pizza?
I made one, and I'm obsessed with it. I made it fresh with the dough and everything, all by my own.
It looked delicious.
It tasted delicious. How did it sound?
The crunch was
excellent.
Just right. Let's stop rambling.
Sorry.
Let's introduce
what I
our
wanted
guest.
to do. All right. Well, he's unfortunately not with us, but you can hear him. Is he? Malik VR? Can you hear us?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I believe we can. Let's hope the audience can too.
Can everybody hear Malik _VR?
I'm hoping so.
Very good. Did I fold the dough? Yes, I did. Space pizza. Very good. So, Malik, thank you so much for coming along.
Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. Let's be honest. I'm going to sort of let. Well, could you mind if I ask Malik a few questions?
You go ahead. You go ahead.
We have a relationship of sorts in the fact that we know each other. We've met in real life multiple times.
Yes.
Yes.
Last time, I believe, at TwitchCon.
At TwitchCon, yeah. And we've known each other online for a little bit longer than that. So we, again, like I said before, would you say that's kind of when your channel came to light? Were those Canyon runs, and we started sharing those on our social networks?
Yeah, initially, yeah, you guys had posted one of my Canyon Run videos in your weekly newsletter, and I went to sleep with 5 people watching it, and I woke up with about 30,000. So it was a bit weird. Yes.
I made you, Malik. Always remember.
See, this is we're gonna have to talk about that.
All right. Okay. We'll talk afterwards. Is that okay?
Yeah.
We'll talk afterwards. You still haven't passed your probation. Right. Okay.
You're not allowed to make those jokes.
No. All right. Great. So Malik, it is an awesome video. So it's well deserved. You do stuff with your with VR, virtual reality. If people haven't seen it already, you really should check it out. But the VR headset, and you've got the googly eyes on the front. Where did the genius behind that come from?
That was actually when I first started streaming. I didn't have all the tools I have now, where I can actually read chat in VR and everything. So what happened was I had to have programs that whenever anyone said anything, it would go a little ding, just letting me know that, oh, take the headset off, read what they said, go back. And I discovered after some time that what was happening is people were coming in, they were pretty much seeing me with this thing on my head, and they probably had the thought of, what is that? You can't see us, and they'd come in and leave. So I ended up putting the googly eyes on it. You know, that, and I attribute that for people to sticking around just long enough to try saying something in chat. And then once they realize, oh, he can respond to chat, then they kind of started hanging around, and after some time, the community just kind of built up from there.
How does that work? Just so viewers at home and listeners at home can see how that works in your head. What do you see? Do you have to look up in a certain direction, you see the chat, or how does that work?
Yeah, well, initially it was literally a program that every time someone says something, I would take it off and take a look at it. Then I ended up getting another program that read the chat out to me.
Oh.
That one could be abused a little bit. When people spammed emotes, it was a little bit annoying. But then people started making programs that you could like inject another window into VR, and I started just with my Twitch chat. Now Oculus actually has a native thing where I can pin any window on my PC anywhere that I want in VR. So I could, if I'm running like a third-party site like EDDB, for example, I could keep that navigation stuff off to the side, out of the way. But I tend to usually just have my chat directly above me, right above your info and chat screens. And in fact, I got YouTube chat up there right now, and I'm reading people's comments and stuff like that.
That's cool. I wish we had a board here.
Well, I'm floating.
Like floating.
I just wish that I had cyborg eyes that would let me just do that in real life. Be like, I'd like to have a hood. Would you like to have a hood? If you could have a hood, like in your eye, and you could access it any time to go beep, beep, and it's like, and it tells you your energy levels. You're like, oh, I need to have more calcium today. Would you have that?
I don't think I would.
Oh.
Because I don't know.
You just like
human anymore.
I'm the first person in the queue to get augments. I want augments. I want cyborg.
They're going to take over your mind, man.
I don't care. Take over my mind. I'm happy for it to happen. I want to be the first person in the queue with like cyborg legs. Take my legs.
I'll take like cartoony googly eyes or something.
So weird. Why would you do that? All right. Anyway, sorry. Getting distracted there. So, Malik, so that's kind of your thing, isn't it? The VR thing is your unique selling point, and it's what sort of got you to be partnered streamer now, right?
Pretty much. I mean, it's primarily elite in the community that joined and are, I guess, interested in the stuff that I do, that got me to partnership on Twitch. Yes.
And again, the community, like you say, is one of the major reasons you got there. And it's the people in the chat here right now. So a huge thank you for you guys for we've created such an awesome community together. streamers, the community, and the team at FDev have just done such an awesome job of creating this awesome community. And tonight is a celebration of that.
Yes.
So, should we play some games?
Let's play some games.
Do you want to play some games?
Oh, definitely.
Okay, well, okay, I'll set the scene. Here's what we've got. Well, first of all, we've got this, which is Will's gameplay camera.
Edging closely.
So Will is ever edging closely towards Commander Malik, who, you're an Asp Explorer, sir. We can't help but notice there. That doesn't look, that's not the usual Canyon racing ship.
Not exactly, but this one it's a ship that I've been running around quite a bit doing the Thargoid science stuff, and because of all the Thargoid ground structures are on the ground, it's quite quick now. It's not exactly stock anymore.
Excellent stuff. And then in this camera here, which is my screen, I am actually in that ship, which is very dramatic indeed. Hold on. I can see. Oh, there's Commander Malik. Hello, Commander Malik. I like your trendy visor, by the way, and your lovely neck tattoo. Does your mother know you have that neck tattoo?
The funny thing with the neck tattoo, it's a triangle thing, because of so many times we were doing the science out to the Guardian sites with the triangles. The whole triangles thing is a running joke in my stream. So the moment you guys came out with the little triangle tattoos, I was like, I'm getting those. I need those now.
Excellent. Happy to be of service. And this is so. Yes, I am in the ship with you. Here I am in there, somewhere in there. But yeah, I'm actually in your ship, so this means that we're basically going to be able to see. If 1 second, there I am, my very generic Commander of the Galactic Intern. Basically, as I've said here, I am actually in there, and because I'm in the bottom of the ship, I think you mentioned this earlier as well, to me off stream.
Yeah, yes.
Go ahead.
When we're skimming the ground, you're going to be even closer to the ground, so. Can be quite interesting from your point of view.
I'm very excited to see it. So I think, well, Will, do you know what the plan is roughly?
So Malik, you're going to show us first. You're going to kind of talk us through how we do it. I'm going to watch from afar. I'm going to try my best to make sure I can later replicate that. But right now,
you should probably just watch him do it on this screen, perhaps.
Yeah.
And then maybe try and follow him through one.
Yeah. Let's.
And then we'll do solo runs. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We're definitely going to try.
Let the expert first show us.
So
how it's done.
So actually, Malik,
no pressure.
No pressure. But
oh joy!
Essentially, take it away. you just tell us exactly what you're going to do, and we will sit and listen attentively. Like I promise everyone at home. I'll try my best not to speak.
Stop rambling. You're already rambling.
I'm having a good. Oh, I'm already doing it. Oh, he's going.
Right, here we go.
Just getting up off the ground.
We're going to get
general thing is, the main reason why I chose this planet for today, at least for practice, it doesn't look like a lot of canyons here, but the catch with it is that it's one of these things that probably should have gone from orbit a little bit. It has really wide areas, but inside those wide areas is a bunch of smaller hills, and at least for practicing, it's a good way, like if something goes bad, you can always point up, boost, get out of there as quick as you can so you don't damage your ship. I've actually blown up more ships because of canyon running than anything in the game. So combat, nothing compared to canyon runs.
Great.
Yeah, it's insane.
This bodes well for us today. If we lose a ship, it's very nerve-wracking.
Right.
Can I just say, there's something about the way the ship moves when you're controlling it that automatically already looks really sort of smooth and lovely. How do you manage this?
I'm using a Logitech G920. It's an older control stick. They stopped making it in 2014. So like I can go very, very smooth inputs, and it's one of those things I try to, whenever I'm doing any of my flight, if I'm just doing normal flight around like we are right now, I try to be as smooth as possible, I guess.
Now, I happen to know there might be another reason why you're very good at this and why you like to do the smooth, steady movements. Am I allowed to talk about that?
Yeah, I'm also, I have my commercial and private helicopter license in real life. So if I'm doing something and I'm taking the ship and I'm going sideways or something like that, I'm doing now.
Just drifting around the corner.
Yeah, I mean, I'm used to flying in an actual 3D space, so when I started like transferring stuff to the game, it kind of came naturally. So I mean, there's some things that I do that I look back on and like, yeah, that's a normal helicopter maneuver, but it's not something you would ever really think of doing in an airplane. So there can be some things that can be a little bit odd for some people, it seems.
You're making it look very, very easy.
Starship Enterprise, he says in the chat, he makes talking and flying look so comically easy. But I'm enjoying the views that you've got here. So, wow, that we've got in the bottom cockpit here. Cool. So please, everyone in the chat that do comment on Malik's flying. Oh gosh, we're getting close to the floor there.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I feel like we could just reach out.
Yeah.
And put a hand out and scrape the dirt up.
Now, I did see a question in chat about flight assist off.
Mm-hmm.
The general thing is that usually for most of my flight assist on tends to be more precise. It's more of the ship is predictable. I will turn flight assist on and off as need be, depending on if I'm doing a certain maneuver. But for precision, you don't want to do something where you don't want the ship to do something unexpected is the primary thing.
Just looking at you glide through these canyons.
It looks like, what it looks like is a scripted, you know, a video game where you get like a scripted route of a ship.
Fly
like
through.
A fly through. That's exactly what it looks like. So that was a lovely.
Okay, so
God, Will, I'm really
so
nervous for you, by the way.
little side thing here. We're cruising at about 150 meters per second right now.
Mm-hmm.
The ship goes a little bit faster than that.
Well, I actually do feel a little bit nauseous.
Yeah, this one again, it's quite a bit engineered. It will boost up to 555. So it will move when you want it to.
Gosh. Oh. All right.
There's no nerves.
Yeah, I don't know at all. But what's the gravity on the planet? Asks Osric.
Current, 0.03 G on this planet. It's another reason why I love this specific system. This system is about 110 light years away from Merope, away from the bubble. Pretty much every single one of the moons, except for one, have canyons like we're flying around right now. That I'm not a big fan of the canyons that are just point A to point B. The nice thing about where we are right now is when you get down to it, if you go down through a certain section, if you get to a split, you can go left, you can go right, and you'll never run the same route twice, pretty much. So it allows you, like, I've spent literally hours in these things just going back and forth and everything. So these are the kind of canyons I enjoy. This one is not as deep as some of the other ones in the system, but at least for what we're doing today with the practice, because they're shallow, it allows you, if something goes wrong, it's easy to point up and boost and get out of there without hitting anything. And that's the big catch. And oh, there's a barrel roll command. I'm sorry, I have to, it's another one of those things in my stream. Someone goes barrel roll and I have to do one.
There's two of them actually in there.
No, we got a few.
There's
There's like
three,
4 or 5.
lots.
Right,
Just
I'm
spin.
just
A
gonna
few.
close my eyes for a second.
We'll have to, okay, yeah, we'll have to limit that a little bit today.
Everything. It's fine.
Has anyone got a sick bag?
I feel.
You feel alright?
I feel that with Malik describing this, I feel like I'm being on a course to do this, which it is the reality right now. It just feels like I'm there.
Okay. So what's the route, Malik? Should I write down the route and then I can call? I can be like the call out for Will. I can call out the turns.
And see, that's the thing though, is that's the reason why I like this planet so much. There is no route.
Oh, okay.
It's more of just, if you feel like going left, go left. If you feel like
Okay.
going right, go right, and you never have to.
Worry
You're
too
not
much.
stuck doing a route.
Let's see how it goes.
So, I mean, what do you think, Malik? Where should we begin? And do you have any tips for us before we try
For
this?
tips to start off, just beginning, just put 4 pips to shields. Max out your shield so if you do hit something, you survive as much as possible. And other than that, I would recommend try to keep your throttle, start off in just the blue area of the throttle,
Yeah,
keep your ship as maneuverable as you can, and just get kind of used to your ship. Make sure that you don't try to push it too much. And again, if something goes wrong, point it to the sky and just get out of there. I mean, there's nothing saying that you have to skim, you know, 2 meters off the surface. You can sit there, and if you want to practice a little bit higher, then do that. There's, I mean, again, it's one of these things. Practice makes perfect. You don't want to.
Right.
Don't be like me, where I'm losing my ship every few hours because I keep trying to skim the ground at 700 meters per second in a courier or something crazy like that.
So Will, talking of that,
yeah, I've begun.
Will's in.
Okay.
There's a lot of faith
I've got it.
for me in the chat here.
Don't do it's nice and so we don't have a HOTAS with us. We only have the controller, so it's going to be slightly different.
Alright, I'm trying to find you because I
already. Oh, exactly. Yeah, the canyon. Right, you're out. You're done with the canyon.
Right, I got to find another one. That was it.
Well done. Thanks. Done stream. Everyone's finished. Thank you so much.
Let's go a little lower. What's this over here?
Oh, gosh.
Oh, I'm going too fast.
Oh, you really are. Slow down, sir. Stay in that blue. Stay in that blue.
Yeah.
It's nice and low. Nice and slowly. All of the boops. Don't know the boops. No more boops. Pedal to the metal.
Will he crash?
Will
he crash?
All right. I feel like a backseat driver, like hanging on. You know, like when you drive your mum around and she's like grabbing hold of this.
They are. This canyon here is very
lovely,
wide.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's lovely. Too easy.
So,
too easy, Malik.
Well, wait. Let's see.
Someone says barrel roll.
I don't think I can do one.
just hold the left. That's not.
No, I know.
Pointing in the air.
Is that it?
Sort of. Yeah.
That's next time. Learn.
That's actually an. Is that not an? Malik, is that not an aerial on roll? Is there not a difference there?
Yeah, aerial roll is when you're just turning on your forward to back axes, but a barrel roll, you kind of do this. It literally makes like a barrel, and trust me, I've had several people get on me for the using the incorrect term. But so I try to do a little bit of like side and upward thrust to give my ship a little bit of a barrel.
Will's doing it. He's doing the canyon. He's doing the canyon. It's good. He's not doing poorly. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by Will boosting.
All good.
around.
All
I'm
good.
not boosting.
Oh, that's Malik's boosting.
Yeah, that must be my side.
I'm not brave enough yet.
Is your sound coming through the thing too, or?
I hope we can hear some of our sound. I believe we can. Yeah, just managed to do it.
Okay, I'm just. I'm just checking Will's coordinates in the stream, and I'm just trying to get over to where he is.
I'm taking it very slow.
Yeah, I'd like to see some. Sort of both of you skirting around one another, that kind of thing. You know, there's some good flying. This is good. This is just good practice. You've come a very long way in a short amount of time, says Dr. Grand Reefer.
Thank you.
You should feel very proud of that.
Thank
it's the
you.
most thing for someone to say in the
Appreciate
community. It's the nicest thing. It's nicer than anything anyone has ever said to me in the community. What do you think? How do you feel about that?
I'm honoured.
It's not
Thank
true.
you.
I got a lot of nice people doing nice things.
I am too high.
That's nice and low. Yeah, well, you can see that. You've always got to see. So my rule is always have it so you can see that.
the ground. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just get over here.
I'm not saying it's ailerons, but it's ailerons.
I was high up though. Ooh. It was going so well.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. You have to be closer, right?
Yeah.
That's your rules.
It's inverted low-level running. That's what I want to see Malik do.
Yeah, we'll have the expert do that. Right now, I'm just kind of getting into it. I'm going.
Well, Malik is looking for you on the other screen.
Yeah, I'm looking for the. What are the coordinates for that Will's at?
67, 30. Oh, minus 67, minus 35. Ooh.
Okay, that'll work.
I was concentrating on the numbers.
Do you want to stop for a second while Malik?
I'll go really slow. Welcome to the high-speed action canyon racing.
You are still going a ridiculous speed. Like, this is hugely fast. It's just your perception of it is slow because you're an Imperial Courier. Cristiano Rossi says, this is what I do in the game 80% of the time. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Why are you at 97% health already?
I don't know.
What's happened there? Gosh. Will, aim for a tight crevice boost, roll and close your eyes. You know it makes sense. This is a lovely starting point. Malik, have you found us yet, or are you still looking?
I think I'm just a few degrees off right now.
Minus 68, minus 36.
Do you want to... Yeah, you were in quite like an open space. I don't know how we got so far away from you.
Well,
Yeah,
I think Malik was...
the ship is fast. It'll move.
Yeah, spiraling around.
I'd like to see some more Malik again in a minute. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm very impressed by Will's canyon running, but I'm more impressed by Malik.
Oh, it's... Oh, yeah.
I want to see some inverted canyon running, Malik. I've heard that that's something that you do.
Inverted.
Oh.
Every now and then, it's primarily the ships. The thrusters on top are not as strong as the
Ready
ones on
for
the bottom.
This is a nice canyon. He's doing it. It's so scary. Nice. You're doing a good job, though. You've got some good skills with
And a bit high, though.
Malik, you having trouble finding us, or are you alright? Has he disappeared? Malik?
Malik?
I'm coming in. I think I see you.
Ooh. Let's concentrate here.
Okay, 1 second. I believe that I've...
Should boost through here. Let's do it. I was ready for that.
No, that's good.
Oops.
No, it's okay, don't worry. I dropped out on purpose of the
Okay.
yeah, I'm coming back in now.
Don't know if anyone could
Nope,
see that.
wrong one. I invited the crew rather than Wing. Oops, my fault.
Don't worry about it. We heard it, don't worry. Don't do it. Oh, Will, are you trying to get Will into a wing?
Yeah, so I can find him again.
Okay, let's
Let's just stop
slow
for a second.
down.
Let's just calm down for one moment. What pirate group are you in right now?
The Cosmic Cadet.
The Cosmic Cadet.
He's the sort of
The younger brother of,
the younger brother of the
Galactic Intern.
Yeah, it's
Cosmic
not his
Cadet.
turn to.
Well, I'll be honest with you. The Galactic Intern is far from being perfect at this point. He's still got lots to learn. He's behind you.
Oh,
You can see him on the scanner.
so he is. Right, let's try and go.
And pull back.
Yes, let's go do a canyon race together.
Okay. Sounds good.
Sounds scary. So Malik, what do you do other than doing these crazy canyon races? Are you just an all-round player of Elite Dangerous, or is it something like what? When people go to, first of all, twitch.tv/MalikVR, is it?
It's Malik underscore.
Oh, yeah.
I've had a lot of people like message me because they couldn't find me because of the underscore in there.
Well, that
but
would-
yeah, Malik underscore VR.
That would be MALIC, as people can see on the screen right now, _VR. Search for that. Definitely give Malik a follow. Some great stuff. You stream a lot of Elite Dangerous, and then also a lot of Elite Dangerous, especially when there are new things that come out. You'll do massive long streams all the time
Yes.
in with your VR headset strapped to your head, which is very
Pretty much, yes,
impressive.
yes.
I've seen 9 hours streams of yours. Not all of the whole
you've
9
tuned
hours, but
It's
And
yeah,
Kate
it was
Russell
one of
has-
those.
Sorry, carry on, Malik.
It was one of those things. It's like, yeah, I'm only going to do a 3-hour stream today. 9 hours later, it's like, oh shoot.
Have you ever put the headset on and it's been dark, it's light outside, and then you take it off and it's dark, or vice versa?
Yes, I have. It can be a little bit weird sometimes. Yes. I've even had. I mean, it's even weird if I like playing the game and like my roommate decides to turn off all the lights in the living room, and then I take the headset off. I'm like, what's going on here? I don't like. Where am
how
I?
many days have I been playing?
And we've got some questions from the chat, and I want to take some questions from the chat about you, Malik, and things like that. But first of all, what I want to do is get back in your ship. So if you could leave the wing, so then I can join your crew.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm gonna
And then
follow
if you
you.
send me an invite as well, I can join you on that. Will's doing a good
Okay,
job of
so-
following you. I think that's how we should do it. We should teach you how
Yeah.
to get better by you following behind, like a driver's lesson.
Yeah, it's very much an instruction on flying through canyons.
Yeah.
But I imagine in VR,
Yeah,
this is,
the general thing with this is like, because of the way there is no route and it's wherever you want to go. If you're going a direction, you're like, oh, that looks interesting, then just go
Down
that
that
way.
way.
That's why I like these kind of canyons so much.
sort of
Sorry, Malik, if you sent an invite.
spider out.
No, I was waiting for the
For the wing thing to
for the wing thing to close down.
Apologies. Oh,
And
Malik's
there you
kicking
go.
up dust.
Should be coming in.
There you go. I've received it and it's loading in now.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, I am getting a poke. I'm seeing one thing on chat. My in-game name is just Malik. No underscore VR or anything like that, so.
Okay, so we have both gameplay here, which looks kind of cool. Yeah, unfortunately, dimensions of screens mean that we can't have both bigger at once. Isn't that frustrating?
Yeah.
Sometimes I think, wouldn't it be nice to have screens? We're limited by. What is wrong with me today? All right, so oh, hello.
Look at that. Look at that move.
Was that a flight assist off, you think?
Yeah, that was a flight assist off, yes.
Right, we're going to teach Wills how to use flight assist off maneuvers.
Okay, let's do it.
No, I don't want
Boom.
to. I don't want to explode. Maybe right at the end.
Maybe right at the end.
All right, let's have a look at Malik. So, Malik, first of all, before we begin,
let's see
some fun skills as well. Let's see some
Yeah.
fun Malik VR flying. You
I'm-
ready? Let's do
I'm-
it. And Will's going to do his best to follow you.
I'm the cameraman. I'm going to slow down a little bit.
Okay. All right.
Oh, he's going. Sliding down in your chair there.
Look at this.
Oh.
Whoa!
I'm trying to follow and keep an eye
Wow.
on these crazy
Yeah,
moves.
I'm trying.
you're doing.
Yeah, I know. I see you. I see you.
That's nice.
Which way did you go?
What do you mean you see him? How can you still see him and do this and talk?
Oh,
Do,
Hilarious.
okay, so do remember, I do have the VR, so I can look
You
around
can
freely.
look.
So I can look behind me.
Don't look behind you. Always look forward. You've got me on board this ship, all right?
You've paid millions of credits
Yeah.
to come along and
You
have this crazy.
You haven't even been giving me. Yeah, I'm just a tiny tourist. You haven't even been giving me warning. Like, okay, we're going to hit this many G's right now. That kind of stuff. Like, I've got this suit on, which is helping, fight against it. But you can't see this.
You need a helmet
This is
to collect.
Several times when I have other people that are in VR and they want like a ride in the ship, it's one of those things like it's like, okay, how acclimatized are you to it yet? And it's one of those things I have to like, some people I have to start off really slow and keep creeping up and adding more and more to it and all that kind of stuff, because some people, like I had one individual I started and I went full bore from the beginning. 20 seconds later, like, okay, stop, because they just couldn't deal with it because of how quickly I'm moving. I'm guessing. This is like one of those things that I've kind of learned from doing like auto racing and stuff like that too. You always look where you're going, not where the vehicle is pointing.
Yes.
When you're controlling a car or controlling a helicopter, for example, you look where you want to go, and your body motion should instinctively kind of guide you that way, if that makes sense. And just being able to look around and everything like that. Like for me,
Yeah.
I'm now shifting my view to the left, so I'm looking
Okay,
to
so
the
you're still
left.
looking in the direction that you're going in. So the
Yes,
interesting thing about that.
I continue. Yeah, I'm continuing to look where I'm going.
So people
We've
were-
got this nice little.
Yeah. Just really quickly, people were saying about interface, and no, this is my perspective on the ship. Malik's sitting upstairs and has got the same view that you usually would have in a cockpit. I just wanted to explain that quickly before.
Right. Little side thing that I'm also doing is I'm also recording this from my end, and what I'm going to do in the end, or when we're done with this, once Frontier, you guys get the live stream updated to YouTube, I'm going to release a video that is going to mirror it. I'm going to try to sync it up as best I can, But if people want to re-watch it at that point, it will have my view at the same time.
That's
There you go.
really awesome.
So you guys can see what I'm looking at while we're doing this.
Game is crazy. Like, just look at that.
All right, let me slow right down.
Okay, sorry, we've been watching a lot of Malik, and we need to watch a bit more of Will, I think.
Oh well, Malik's. I'm gonna try and tell you.
So, Will's going to try and tell you.
Okay.
So, should we play a game where we see if Will can keep up?
Let's do a little chase. It's a bit far.
The only thing I'm afraid with that is I almost want to say that Will's current boost speed is still not as fast as my ship can fly without boost. My ship is a little bit quicker than the stock courier.
It's a lovely asp.
Yeah, look at it. Ooh,
Just because
took my eyes off.
Just because it's got Mark. Just because it's got. Oh, it's the Magikarp. I love it. Oh yeah,
that's another one of those running jokes. It was named Magikarp because it's useless in a fight.
Alright, are you behind me? Yeah, you're behind me. Okay. Nearly bumped.
No, he's disappeared now.
I'm just going my own route. I'm going where the canyons take me. Oh. Okay, just a little bump there.
No, but I
Look at this. Look, can we go to this camera?
We are on that already, aren't we?
Yeah,
I've
the
seen
full
both.
screen now. Look at it.
You're just so silly. You're just like, please don't look at my camera. Alright, yeah, we can.
Look at this.
Unfortunately, it has our faces on it, which is kind of. We're dirtying this.
Just, we are not worthy kind of thing here going on. Look at it. I like it on this screen.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh.
Amazing. Awesome stuff. So Malik, I've been told to ask a few questions. All right, if you've got questions for Malik in the chat, please throw them in there. We've got another sort of 15 minutes left of just chatting away. So what would you like to ask Malik? The first thing that I've been told to mention is the whiteboard.
The whiteboard.
The whiteboard, of course, being a staple of Malik VR.
Quite a bit.
Why is that then, sir?
Yeah, that generally, when I was doing my flight training, a big thing was we had to draw out, explain it quite a bit. And I bought a few whiteboards so I could have people over while we were doing our training, and we were just kind of like quizzing each other. And they're available. I might as well use them. And it just got to the point where, yeah, when we're doing the science stuff, and anytime I do any kind of explanation stuff in general, the whiteboard will be pulled out, and then we'll draw on it, explain things. Again, for people that have never been in my stream can get quite technical.
Oof, sorry.
Like, I mean, like to the point where like I had an issue last year where my computer was down, processor was being RMA'd and everything like that, and we changed the engine in my car instead. So it was we do a lot of technical stuff on the stream. I try to explain things as best as I can, but yeah, especially when it comes to Elite, I try not to only give a this is how you do it, but this is why it's being done that way kind of thing. Especially with the new Thargoid stuff, the Guardian stuff going on right now. Yeah, because a lot of the Thargoid stuff at least has a lot of like audio analysis kind of deal. We talk about that kind of stuff quite a bit.
On that note, Zach Antonacci sent me a WhatsApp the other day saying when all that was kicking off, when the new coordinates were being revealed for the Guardian site stuff, and it was a picture of you with he just sent me a picture that he'd taken from Twitch. He was like, I'm currently watching somebody play Elite Dangerous, working things out on a whiteboard for an audience of 400 people. And it's just a picture of you going, like, looking confused with a pen like that. And he was just like...
There's a lot, like, there seems to be a lot of confusion, yeah.
Zach was like, yeah, nothing to do in this game. It's just like, what a bizarre thing. Some more questions? Do you mind asking some more questions from the chat?
Okay, how long did it take me to fly the way I do? I currently have, I think it's, what am I at right now? Shoot. I think I just passed, I gotta find it.
It's in minutes, I think, in the right-hand panel.
I am now at 20 weeks, 1 day.
Of in-game time.
So, I mean, the thing is that, to be honest,
Good
it's
as maths, fast
mainly
maths.
just practice. Yeah.
Let's have a look. So 20
Lot
weeks
of-
and how
lot
many
of
days did you say?
practice.
Sorry.
Yeah, like okay, if you're on my screen real quick. Like for example, little things I would practice on. I mean, this is like common stuff when you're learning how to hover a helicopter. If you have, for example, this rock here in front of us, learning how to see the rock and then kind of orbit around it, little practice maneuvers like this. I mean, just
Get on this wheel.
basic get
I'm
to
on
know
it,
your
I
ship,
can see
learn
it.
what it's
No, as in-
learn
as
what
in
it's
you
capable
practice
of.
this too.
There's a rock.
He's found a rock.
Oh.
Right
So
here.
we're going to see Will do the same thing that you just did.
Well, run that by me again.
So we can watch you watch you do it again. If you
Yeah.
could demonstrate for us.
So-
one more time.
Okay, so the like it was a common practice thing when we're learning how to hover helicopters in real life. We would find a thing on the ground,
Okay.
whether it be like a patch on the concrete or something like that. In this case, what I'm using on here is just a large rock on the surface. And for practice, you find it and you, because of the way Elite the ships don't yaw as much, I tend to use more pitch, but then I use the thrusters to still keep my nose pointed at said rock,
Right, okay, I see.
but then orbit around that rock while still keeping pointed at it.
So it's the right stick around, down, and pulling it down and around.
Yeah, hang on. It's...
Yeah, and like things that some people get really bad at and they develop bad habits is that they'll do it one direction. Like they'll do it rotating counterclockwise all the time,
So you're
looking
doing,
from the top.
Sorry to interrupt,
And-
Malik. Just while Will, you'll be rotating to the right slightly
Like
and
this?
using up and down thrusters instead. So you're using the top and bottom thrusters. So you're
Right,
rotating
okay.
more to the side, and then you're pushing up and down on that instead. Yeah, now push up and down on that. Yeah, to sort of whilst also keeping in your sights on the left thing, but also making sure that you're actually got it. Yeah, again, Malik is much better.
Yeah, it's
But,
so...
Yeah, again, it is one of these kind of skills. It does require take a little bit of practice to do,
Yeah.
but it's just one of those things. You kind of after some time, after it starts becoming natural, you don't even think about it anymore, and you just do, and then you just fly around the canyons all you want, and you just do things. I mean, again, I've gotten to the point I've crashed so many ships doing stupid stuff of, oh, I wonder if I can do that. Boom, it explodes. Nope, I guess I can't do that. And you don't do that next time. So there's, just stuff like that all the time.
I really like Malik's view of you. Look, that's what it looks like to an outsider. You just floating upside down and rotating left and right.
Oh no,
Whereas
I've lost it.
whereas Malik was gracefully moving around. Now get a view of Malik doing it so we can watch from
Yeah.
your point of view of Malik doing it. So get Malik in shot. He's this way up.
All right, so what I'm going to do, I've got this little mountaintop here. I'm just going to orbit around the mountaintop.
Hang on. Let's pull back.
Yeah, you see the mountaintop?
Yeah.
Look, just like almost as if he's
Oh, that is
sleek, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's almost as if he's a. Look at that
Look.
sleek movement.
Well,
How do you do that?
oh no!
Now, I mean, little things too. Like again, this is where like the helicopter training comes in. We kind of have little moving bits on it that don't like touching other things while they're moving. So like for example, when we're like navigating around with the tail rotor, there's sometimes you want to position the tail rotor around something and then orbit the tail around. So you would maneuver the back end of the ship around whatever you're orbiting, kind of thing.
Look at this.
No,
So there
stop
again,
it.
it's one of the
It's
one of
magic.
those things. You're not. I guarantee you're not going to do it on the first time. It does take a bit of practice.
A good question
But
from Starship
the
Enterprise.
general thing is, yeah.
If you want to take.
I mean,
if you
the big thing is. Oh, go ahead.
No. There's a tiny bit of a delay, I think, on between us. You finish your.
Oh.
I thought you were finished. Sorry, you finished what you were saying first. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. But no, it's just it does take a bit of practice, but it's that whole practice makes perfect thing. Once you get it down, and you can do it without having to think about it, it becomes the ship just kind of becomes an extension of you rather than you going, okay, what do I have to do this kind of thing. You just do it and the ship does what you want. But yeah, it takes a bit of practice, but it is definitely worth it.
I'm sort of seeing it. I think I did it for a second there, and then I lost it.
You lost it.
Yeah, I mean, there are several things that I've had people, I've done like little training things with people, and it's one of those deals where you'll see them struggle, but then suddenly something will click, and then they got it, and it's like they've got the base thing, and then after that it's all refinement.
Thank you. Awesome. I've got some questions for you I'm going to read out. One of them I quite like is from Starship Enterprises. He says, did you find the transition from real-life piloting into Elite Dangerous an easy one? How close to real life do you actually find the physics in the game?
Physics-wise, not so much, primarily because, like, a helicopter, helicopter in real life, I mean, it can't go, I mean, some of them can go upside down. The ones I flew, not so much. Helicopters are more maneuverable at the speeds that they operate, but when you're talking about like an Eagle, which is, you know, one of the more maneuverable ships in the game, there's no way a helicopter can go that fast in a straight line. But slow speed, helicopters can quite outmaneuver it.
Excellent stuff. Malik, do you do mentoring in multi-crew? And if people want to get some mentoring, how could they go about that? Is that something that you consider doing?
I have done. It's actually been one of the things I've been wanting to do more of. Trying to do, if people want like a ride on it, it's one of those things. I'm not exactly sure the process that I'm going to be setting it up to do it yet, but yeah, I might end up doing something like that in the future.
Will's doing a great job here, by the way. Just, you know, he's getting some good speed.
You had to say it, didn't you? You had to say I was doing it. Whoa.
Scuffing it. Any more questions? Okay. Osric would like to suggest that Will should try starting on flat, rotating around horizontally first, as your left and right thus doesn't get used to the principles, or crash into the side, anything like that.
I was reading the comment and suggestion, and then took my eyes off where I was going.
I think that we've got, well, actually, believe it or not, we've only got a few minutes remaining. So actually, what I think we should see, I think we should close off with a demonstration from Malik. Malik, are you ready to just maybe
go crazy.
Do your thing?
Just go. Okay,
all right,
I guess so. Here we go.
There you go. And we're going to put the camera behind the screen so you can still hear us. But good luck, Malik.
Yours doesn't. No, up there.
Wow. This is a speedy asp.
Boosting. Consistent boosting there around there.
Nice.
Light and Magic Gaming says, I tried this once, I went boom.
Oops.
I took a shield.
There we go.
Down.
Again, it is one of these things. Every now and then a mistake will happen like that.
Nobody's
it's one of the reasons why I try to keep power to shields all the time. And yeah, it's fun that we're doing this now with no shields. Fun.
No, it's not. Believe me, I'm very nervous for you, sir.
But again, like I said, I've lost more ships to booping on a canyon wall than anything else in the game. So.
Yeah, it's really crazy. What would you say is some of your, if people were to look at some of the sort of best flying that you've done in video, which videos would you suggest? Because you have got a YouTube channel as well.
To be honest, most of the time that I just do spontaneous canyon runs during my stream. To be honest, I mean, I did the couple canyon runs a while back. I mean, the thing is that I know the initial video that you guys put onto the newsletter, that was back a few years ago when I was still using the DK2 Oculus. So it's one of those things. I look back at it now and I'm like, God, that thing looked big on my head. But the one that I have now is a little bit more, you know, a little bit smaller. The googly eyes aren't spaced super far apart and everything like that. So you can definitely, for me, it feels dated just because I haven't used that headset in like 2 years now.
Yeah, somebody asks in the chat as well that you do science as well, don't you? JSB says.
Quite a bit, yes. Today's stream, for example, I did a stream this morning, or I guess 2 p.m. GMT, I guess is when I started today, that we were looking at the new Eagle Eye stuff. The Eagle Eye stations, they give a coded message out, which leads to another system that usually tends to have a Thargoid site in it. We landed there, picked up some data from the Thargoid machine. You still have to have the whole probe, sensor, and link trifecta to unlock that. And then we listened to the sounds the link gave. Gives you distances from the one Col 70 system, the Merope, and the source system, and then that leads to another thing, which we found out led to another human station with a hidden transmitter outside of it, which is a little bit odd considering that a Thargoid device is pointing at a human transmitter. So yeah, we're still trying to figure that out. I don't want you guys to like hint at me at anything about that, please, because it's one of the things I love about the game is just trying to find out the mysteries itself. But yeah, like the whole audio encoding, again on my stream, I try to explain how to do it. That way, other people can then take that and then do it themselves.
Yeah, it's really interesting stuff. I encourage anyone out there who is looking into this to just keep with it, see where it takes you. I don't want to say I'm worried. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to say anything. I'm not saying anymore.
Whoa.
Anyway, just go and check it out. That's what I want to say.
Can we get some more flight assist off maneuvers?
Flight assist off.
Oh gosh.
Oh. Okay.
There was a time when flight assist off was the oh boy, when flight assist off was the big thing.
Yeah, especially if you can hit boost while flight assist off, like the pitch, roll, and yaw rates just go up dramatically, so you can do some crazy stuff with it. It's to the point now where I had to actually disable the in-game audio voice going, you know, the one that goes, flight assist on, flight assist off. I just disabled it because I'm turning it on and off so rapidly, it would pretty much just, the words would stumble over themselves. So all I have now is just a little simple beep letting me know if I turned it on or off.
Nice. Great. Well, thank you so much for showing us your amazing flight skills today. And Will, congratulations for doing really, really well.
Yeah,
I like the fact that I've got away with not having to do any of it.
Yeah, I'm happy with that because if you came on and did it and you did it better than me, I'd feel a bit envious.
Well, it wouldn't happen. Someone suggested that we can do it again, but with me wearing a VR headset. I'm definitely keen for that. That'd be a lot of fun.
I'll have the bag.
I had a lot of people asking me if any of you guys were going to be running VR today, and I was like, if they are, I have to start off really, really slow and slowly build up.
It is good. We should do a sequel where we do it with a
VR headset.
Yeah,
maybe.
An interesting suggestion from Alan in the chat says next stream Will vs PvP. We're building up to that somewhat.
Yeah,
we're trying to get better at combat. But we're working together currently. Then eventually, I do think we want to get to a point where we can start fighting and just teaching and learning how to get better at fighting. But yeah, there's lots of opportunities for lots of different streams and stuff over the next week. Wow, we're still flying like maniacs here.
I feel a bit sick because I suffer from motion sickness.
Yeah, I feel a little. Honestly, I've got a bit of a headache. I'm like, okay, and we're not even. I can't help looking. I can't look away. Yeah. It's unbelievable. But well done, absolutely awesome.
Yes.
Really, really liked it. We'll all
right.
Yeah. So
one last thing. I know, like I've had a bunch of pings already asking me about what system we're currently in right now. Bear with me. I'm going to put this in chat.
Okay.
This is pretty much It's the system. It's about 117 light years away from Merope itself. However, it's to the point I got into the system, noticed what all the moons were like, and I decided, okay, this one's now bookmarked with canyons, followed by 12 exclamation points, because it's one of the best systems I've ever found with these type of canyons in them.
Nice.
Pretty much every single moon except for one has these crazy canyons here. It's a very awesome
cool.
system.
Awesome. I've also posted it in the chat as well from Elite Dangerous from the official account. So
Awesome.
people can spot it there as well. So definitely click on Malik's name right there, because that will also take you to his channel. And make sure you press the subscribe button. Do the same at Malik_VR on Twitch. And when are you streaming next?
Tomorrow morning, what is it? 1 p.m. GMT.
1
p.m.
GMT. There you go. Or what is it for US? What for the US?
Mountain, I think you on, if I remember correctly.
Be about set 8 a.m. Yeah, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
EST, right.
EST.
Awesome. So very good. There you go. What a lovely
Amazing
time.
stuff.
Yeah, what a lovely time. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Right, you're off screen now. Oh gosh, I can't.
No problem.
But it's still there. Don't
No, I'm
do that
going to quit.
one.
I'm getting out of there. I can't do that. I can't handle it anymore. Thanks, Malik. You've been an
Yes.
absolute
No
pro.
problem.
Been an absolute
Thanks
pro.
for having me on.
No, it's been really, really good. And once again, would you come back again and do it for some other time?
Oh, definitely.
Also, are you going to PAX East?
Sadly, no, I can't get to PAX East this year, but I will be at TwitchCon.
Oh, we'll see you at TwitchCon. We'll see you at TwitchCon, and hopefully sooner as well. We'll speak to you before then.
Yes.
All right, speak to you in a bit. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, Malik.
Bye,
Later.
Malik. Bye.
Well, there you go.
That was amazing.
I mean,
Are you all right? Do you need some water? Get your bag.
I'm glad that the stream is over. that is all I'll say. But yeah, thank you everybody in the chat for coming along tonight,
Yes.
and thanks for supporting Malik. Definitely check him out, Malik_VR on Twitch, and well, you can see he'll post in the chat something here as well about that. But
Yeah.
Will, are you going to be doing more canyon racing in future?
I've only just got started with that. Kind of started to go faster and swerve around through canyons. And I like it. I really
I
like
was
it.
very, very impressed.
I bumped here and there, but no major crashes. I'm impressed with myself. I'm glad that Malik was such a good instructor.
Even Ed's beard has gone right. I actually do look a bit green, don't I?
You-
I think we've got the chroma key reflect. No, I mean we're in a ship. We're in a spaceship, of course. It's just green. Thank you, everyone. I think we're going to be doing more of these streams where we invite streamers on.
Yes.
So once again, if you are a streamer and you want to get involved with the show, whether it'll be with me, whether it'll be with Will, whether it'll be both of us, whether it'll be with and other guests, do get in touch. community@frontier.co.uk, and you also know who we are. So just reach out and say, hey, I want to come on and do a stream, and I'd like to teach you about this as well. Just let us know, give us a cool idea, and we'd love to have it on there. I've had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely need to go.
Yeah, I need to have a sit down and not stare at the moving ship.
Yeah.
Right, get through this.
Right.
Well, thank you everybody once again. Thank you so much for coming along and tuning in, and hopefully you don't feel as sick as Ed.
No.
And look out for more of these. I'm calling them streamer spotlights.
Streamer spotlights. Very nice.
Yes. Right, that's good night from us.
Okay.
And good night to
Thanks,
you.
Will. See ya.